We're getting back into it today. Somehow I missed the footage on the flasher that I got here. We finally got the correct flasher, and this is just me installing it. I had to get that bolt out of there is all, and we're going to bolt it into the firewall right there where I removed that broken bolt. Luckily yesterday I went and bought some new bolts for the transmission tunnel. So I got these real nice shoulder bolts, and I believe it's the right size to fit in there. So we're gonna get this guy up in there. I guess we can unplug it. Might help me a little bit. Alright, so this is a metric 6x1. So I tried for a little while to get that bolt started and it just wouldn't go. So I broke out the tap and ran it through there. It was definitely crappy, and it fit right in afterwards. Could just be my fat fingers. There we go. Now it's going. Alright, got a 1/4 inch ratchet and socket with an extension. I'll plug this in. Whammo! We have a flasher. Alright, so put the new flasher in. You can hear it working there. We still don't have turn signals, but this is our flasher switch. So you turn the flashers off. And if you pull the switch all the way out, it actually only blinks one light. Oh, it even stopped blinking that. But it's totally in the switch, because if you push the switch back in, if you get the switch in the right position, you actually get working flashers. Guess we could turn the headlights off. Should still work. Yep. Alright. Working flashers in the front there. Working flashers in the rear. That's a success, at least. Now we're waiting on this turn signal switch. Should be here today or tomorrow, hopefully soon. But now I'm going to dig into the horn. So I'm going to pull this off and see if I can get to the wire, and to see if we can figure out how to fish a wire down so we can get this horn working. So initially I was trying to feed the wire down through the steering column, then I realized that the wire would be much easier to fish it up through the tiny hole and have it come out the end. Woo! Alright, so apparently we got a good connection there, because look, as soon as you ground this guy out, we got a horn. So now we gotta put the wheel back on, make sure the actual button works. But this is quite promising. It's nice to make some real progress on some of these electrical issues, because every single circuit has its own issues with a switch or something. So let's put this back in. So this has got this little contact piece with a spring. It goes in there. Okay. And then you put this guy on. Oh, shoot. This all goes under that nut. Duh. Okay. I don't think so. Okay. How does this thing actually work? Well, let's put the nut on to make sure that we're not missing something there. Just when I think I've fixed it. Okay. Here's our button. And still, we have nothing. Okay, let's try and think about this here. What exactly is going on to cause this? Okay. Oh, well, that just came off of there. I mean, this is all corroded. Oh man, that is super corroded. That's what's going on. It's amazing how quickly that gets on there. Okay, so let's throw this. We'll throw this in the sandblaster and we'll clean the rust off. Same with here. I don't want to clean the whole thing because it's got, it's got a coating on it to help keep it from rusting. So I'm just going to clean this side and I'm going to clean this side and then put it back in, and hopefully that does it. All right, here it is, nice and cleaned up, no more rust. Same here. And I'm guessing, yeah, so it's got this little rubber isolator right here. Okay. And this part actually doesn't, make contact with any metal. It kind of keeps it off of there. But it does make contact with this little spring, which is the ground. So then, this is grounded to the steering column via the nut. So this part is just basically free floating in there, but it also has that spring, which causes the horn to go off like this. Okay, so if I didn't have a sandblaster, I could just hit this with some sandpaper, but so much faster with the media blaster. So that goes in there like that. Let's get the nut on there. This better frickin' work, man. This better work. Okay. There we go. Now we'll put our crusty old Toyota emblem on there. Center. Man, this thing has a lot of slop in it. Look, that's how much slop the steering box has in it. Kind of a lot. Bam! Woo! That's another one down. Another one bites the dust. Alright, now that I got the horn working, it's time to get this parking brake cleaned up because it's going to be installed pretty soon on the back of the transfer case. Here's our pin. So we gotta turn that, gotta push that down and turn that. Those are our pins holding our shoes on. Okay. Sometimes it's really hard to tell what's going on when things are super greasy, you know. I'm not an expert on these rigs, you know. Well, now I know how to take that apart, so. So I'm gonna put this transfer case back together tomorrow, and we wanna have this guy ready to go because this gets bolted onto the back of it. So I'm gonna throw this in the media blasting cabinet. We can get the rest of the paint and stuff off of it after we blow it off and get all the moisture off of it. There's not a ton of paint or anything left on here, I think, because it's been sitting in that solvent or in that cleaning tank for so long. It just ate it off there, or maybe, yeah, I think it ate it off there. Anyway, blow this thing off, get it cleaned up. Trying not to contaminate the media. It just makes it that much harder to, it just makes it, it's not as effective. Once you get a whole bunch of dirt and other crap in there, it can clog things up and just makes it a pain to work with. I know this isn't the clearest thing in the world, but it's a heck of a lot better than it used to be. I just love the finish that freshly bead blasted parts have. But we're gonna put some paint on it to keep it from rusting. Alright, well that's it for this one. I'm super happy to have that horn working. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. On the next video we're gonna be putting together the transfer case. That might be a video inside itself, or we might do it with putting it in. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.